The dynamics of next year's town election has just changed. A longtime select board member says he will be stepping down after serving nearly 10 years on Arlington Select Board. Kathleen Bodie says she'll be stepping down as school superintendent in the 2020-2021 school year. Still, the search for her successor has already begun. We'll have the latest on what school leaders are doing to ensure it's a smooth transition at the top. Town leaders are already coming up with ways to chip away at that design development estimate for Arlington's new school project. This after the latest cost estimate came in nearly $30 million above the projected budget earlier this month. And as Arlington residents prepare for the holiday season this year, a heartfelt Yuletide thank you from all of us right here at ACMi.
From McLennan Park to Spy Pond, from Poets Corner to the Mystic River, we have Arlington covered. We're your neighbors, a friend you can turn to. This is ACMi News.
The owner of an East Arlington insurance agency is charged with fraudulently receiving disability benefits from the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Social Security Administration. Hello, I'm Tyler Valancourt.
And I'm Brenda Mahoney. 47-year-old Patrick Quinn, owner of Quinn Insurance Group, was charged December 13th with 2 counts of theft of public funds and 2 counts of making false statements. And just this week, he has resigned from his position on the Arlington Zoning Board of Appeals. According to the indictment, Quinn stole more than $420,000 in veterans and Social Security benefits since 2012, reportedly telling the Department of Veterans Affairs and Social Security Administration that he was unable to work because of a disability when, in fact, they say he was operating his business. Quinn was also the chair of Arlington CBA, though his work on the board is not related to those charges. Quinn could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison and fined $250,000 or twice the gross gain or loss, whatever is the greater number, if found guilty of the charges. He was released following an appearance in Boston Federal Court.
A major announcement at this week's Select Board meeting, which will clearly affect next year's election. Select Board member Dan Dunn has announced he will not be seeking re-election for another term on the board. That means there could be a contested election for the 2 Select Board seats up for the 2020 election. Now, Dunn said his tenure on the board has run its course and it's time for some new ideas on the panel, which will help shape the future of Arlington in the coming years.
9 years ago, about this time, I said I was running for selectman, and I'm announcing that I'm not going to be seeking re-election this spring. I really enjoyed being a member of the Select Board, and I'm really proud of a bunch of different things that we as a group have accomplished, that the town as a whole has accomplished. But I can also say that after doing it for 9 years, I don't have this exact same passion for it that I did, and in particular, I think the thing that I've found myself lacking a little bit is patience, and that to me was the sign that it was time to let somebody else who give it a go. So I thank everybody for support. Everyone who's ever voted for me, everyone who's ever worked for my campaign, the people who didn't vote for me and still kept me honest, and of course all of the people who in the town who have worked so hard for the town, who made it all possible, and of course my colleagues here.
Select Board Chair Diane Mahan, who has been in office for 20 years, took out papers earlier this month for another run. Next year's election is set for April 4th, 2020.
A longtime Bay State politician who represented Arlington for years has died. Richard Cross, the town's former state senator in the 80s and early 90s, succumbed after a lengthy battle with Parkinson's disease in western Massachusetts December 8th. Kraus served as a member of the town school committee from 1970 to 1976, including 2 years as chair, then served as state senator from 1983 to 1991. He was a leader of many campaigns and causes, including successful gubernatorial bids by Michael Dukakis, an assault weapons ban, gay and lesbian rights, and environmental protection. Former colleagues say his dedication to the Commonwealth was unwavering. Memorial services will be complete later in the week. Kraus is expected to be buried at his family plot in Kansas. Richard Kraus was 82.
Arlington has already begun its search for a new school superintendent. This after Kathleen Bodie said earlier this year that she is retiring. Bodie said she's leaving at the end of the 2020 to 2021 school year. Chairman Paul Schlickman, who heads the superintendent search committee, said he's planning to post the job opening sometime in September of next year. The job search will reportedly involve talking to school staff members and town residents. It will also involve a hired consultant to provide some feedback. Bodie pledged to stay on board until 2021 to make sure that there's a smooth transition of the construction of the new Arlington High School.
Well, speaking of the new high school, the Arlington High School Building Committee is working quickly to trim the cost of the new building project. It originally came in nearly $30 million above the $291 million approved cost. The number then reduced by $5 million upon further review by the builder. Now the committee has voted to make changes to the building to get it down even more, but not affect core education. Changes range from design elements such as using a less expensive brick on the exterior and lowering the floor-to-floor heights of the building to the more prominent lights for the new field, pathways to the Minuteman Bikeway and around the CVS side of the building, to fewer geothermal wells. The building will still be all electric, however. Building committee member and town manager Adam Chapdelaine says being overestimate is just part of the cost of building such a large project and a booming time. But they are committed to the kids and to voters.
I would say, yes, it came as a surprise in its magnitude, not necessarily as a surprise that it happened in general. My time here, we've done a number of school building projects and town building projects, and we've had some good luck and some bad luck, but there often is, throughout these projects, there's been times where when we're at this design development phase that we've seen estimates that are higher than what we originally thought, and in some cases, we come back down by the time we get to construction drawings. I think what's happening now, though, is layered on top of the normal ups and downs of the design process. We're also in the middle of just an overheated construction market, and we're seeing a lot of competition for HVAC contractors and electrical contractors, and our professional team is telling us that's driving prices too. So it comes sort of like the quantity or the magnitude of it is a surprise, but the fact that we're having the dialogue itself is not a surprise. So we're going to build a beautiful, functional 21st century high school for $290.8 million. To get there, we're going to have to make some hard choices, but I believe at the end of the day, we're going to provide the taxpayers what we said we're going to provide them.
So no going to taxpayers and asking for more money?
I don't see that on the horizon. I mean, there might be some creative things we do to put certain aspects of the project onto the town's capital budget to try to alleviate burdens, but in terms of a further debt exclusion right now, that's not being contemplated.
The building committee expects 2 more estimates to come in and review before construction begins on the high school next summer. Well, the song says it's the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be the most stressful. Children are no different, which is why it was a great time to take a time out for mental health at Arlington High School, where learning is clearly important, but learning how to chill is just as critical. Pinball, anyone?
Arlington High School students got schooled in nicotine addiction.
Does anybody know who Audrey Hepburn was? An actress, very, very famous. She died of colon cancer. What will Katy Perry die of? Stay tuned.
And saw how kids often veil their true feelings.
I'm not sure I'm good enough. I mean, I act like I am, but like on the inside I have these fears that... Erase that part, will you?
The presentation's part of Wellness Day at the school, started by school counselor Andrea Razzi several years ago and supported by the Arlington Education Foundation as a thoughtful time out.
That's kind of the hope with today, is to take a break, raise awareness around some different issues, and do some things we enjoy.
The enjoyable part coming in the form of pinball, a new experience for many teens.
Yeah, I kind of asked how to do the buttons, and that was about it. It's kind of fun because it's like having competition helps you focus on other things besides school.
Students got to choose from a variety of activities, one of them the calming, repetitive action of drawing patterns called Zentangles.
I think it's really nice to dedicate some time for them to be thinking about themselves and check in with themselves and see how they're feeling. I think it's great.
And others choosing to add a little sparkle to their day.
Yeah, so I have some blue, gold, and silver glitter in here. This is a mindful glitter jar. I love glitter, so it's a good activity for me.
And so is knitting, apparently, an increasingly popular activity that English teacher Megan Miller discovered for herself not that long ago. and is getting these students to wrap their minds around it, too.
Doing things that get us off of our phones and away from technology, I think is really important, and students don't always have ideas of what to do, and also to share something that we like, and share activities that are important to us.
A decidedly different vibe in this video game workshop, but providing a stress-free, shared experience just the same.
Be able to basically get together with people that have similar interests and just relax and just know that it's not all stressful all the time.
Something this visiting dog knows a thing or two about. With all of the petting by the teens, at the end of the day, one couldn't be too sure just who was relaxing who.
If you're a dog that likes to be petted, this is the best job in the whole world.
All in a wellness day's
For him.
work.
Oh, yeah.
Brenda Mahoney, ACMi News.
On January 20th of next month, we celebrate one of America's greatest heroes, Dr. Martin Luther King. On August 28, 1963, even Dr. King had no idea what impact his I Have a Dream speech would have on U.S. history and the bold struggle for civil rights, when the nation was frighteningly divided. Did you ever wonder what happened to the 3-page speech that shook the world nearly 60 years ago? Upton Bell was the general manager of the New England Patriots in 1971 and 72. He was good friends with a man named George Raveling, a superstar basketball player in college in the late 50s, who later became a scout for the University of Maryland. In 1963, Upton was an NFL scout, and his friend George took time out of recruiting athletes to go on a personal journey. It was a pilgrimage that would change George Raveling's life forever.
And I'd see him all over the country at airports. I'd say, George, where the hell are you going today? He said, I got to go to this high school and recruit this guy. I said, well, I'm heading over to Mississippi. And we used to, have these wonderful conversations. As it turns out, one of the great turns in history is that Raveling, I think it was in his senior year, he and a friend of his decided to hitchhike from Philadelphia to Washington for the famous Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech at the memorial, at the Lincoln Memorial. And there weren't, in those days, a lot of cops that were going to protect Martin Luther King. So they volunteered to stand behind Reverend Martin Luther King during his speech.
I have a dream.
At the end of the speech, Raveling, who was standing, and you can see pictures of it today if we can find them, standing directly behind Martin Luther King, as kind of guarding him, looking around in case there were assassins. And he said to King, Dr. King, can I have that? It was King's famous speech. He said, yes. Raveling took it off the lectern. I have a dream speech. He has it today. It's worth millions. Nobody knows where he's going to put it, where he's leaving. George is my age now. And I think with Nike, and you still read about him. And he's got it in the bank somewhere. Nobody knows. He's been offered millions for it. But there again is an example of somebody in the era and the time, the 60s.
Raveling told Upton he later stuffed the typed script inside of a book and didn't give it much thought for the next 2 decades. It has never been in a museum or a public display. Just one of many game-changing moments in American history that Upton was fortunate enough to witness. Well, next month we will have a 2-part series with Upton Bell about his experiences on the road in the turbulent 60s when King's campaign for civil rights reached its zenith, and it collided head-on with the world of sports. It's a cultural battle that still rages on nearly 7 decades later.
Coming up on the other side of the break, if you're dreaming of a white Christmas, what are the chances that Yuletide dream comes true?
Will the snow crunch? Will the kids bunch? We know nothing about the bunching part, but the children may be listening to hear sleigh bells in the snow, a reliable prediction from among the most revered American texts. That and more when we come back.
If you see news happening in your area and you have a smartphone, you can see it, shoot it, send it. Make sure to hold your phone horizontally and send us your video. Or share your video with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just look for ACMi News.
For the third straight week in December, Arlington saw its share of winter-like weather again on December 17th, 1 to 3 inches of it. Another blast of snow blanketed the town, making for a slow and cautious commute for the morning rush. Plow drivers were again out in force, making sure the roads were cleared. Mass Ave was passable, but some side streets and sidewalks were still iffy. It began as a fine snow that turned to sleet as the day progressed. Anything that melted refroze as nighttime below freezing temps set in. Despite the slight inconvenience, Arlington Public Schools remained open, and if you were lucky to take some time out of your day, the snow served as the perfect backdrop for the holiday season.
Speaking of snow, this time of year, if you're into the Christmas sounds of Bing Crosby or if you're a die-hard Irving Berlin fan, we have some good news for you. This season's weather forecast from the Old Farmer's Almanac predicts a good possibility of snow in Arlington for Christmas. The almanac predicts, quote, a snowy, picturesque Christmas day for most of the Northeast, including Arlington. It's simply too early to tell just how much we may get, if at all. We've already seen our share of December snow in the past few weeks, only to see a steady stream of rain showers wash a good portion of that snow away. So get ready for a Christmas just like the ones we used to know. Could there also be a downside to this encouraging forecast? Indeed. The Old Farmer's Almanac also predicts that we will get more than our fair share of snow after the new year, so we just may be in for a white Easter in 2020.
Well, despite the heavy snow earlier in the week, there are still many activities taking place indoors, Arlington High School, as the winter season gets underway.
And we have all your Arlington High School action. Let's turn it over to Studio B.
Welcome back, Arlington sports fans. As we dive into the winter sports season, boys swimming edged out Burlington 52-41. Basketball had an exciting double home opener, where boys basketball fell to Woburn 53-38 and the girls lost 39-36. The girls team looked promising as they held a good Woburn team to a tight game and just missed taking control of the game in the closing minutes. Following their season opener loss, they beat Melrose 43-33. Boys hockey prides themselves on setting big expectations, and they did not disappoint, beating Melrose 4-1 on Saturday. Senior center Brendan Piggott scored the first goal and tallied an assist in front of a packed crowd at the Ed Birds Arena.
Alessi sends it over to number 9, back to score! The first goal of the season. A lot of credit goes to Matt Alessi, and we'll have to see who got the goal. It looks like it's going to be number 9, Brendan Piggott.
Girls ice hockey also got off to a strong start as they beat Duxbury 4-2 on Monday, followed by a 9-1 demolishing of Watertown on Wednesday. Now, let's take a look at some upcoming matchups. Boys and girls basketball will be on the road in Lexington Friday night with a tip-off at 5:15 for the boys and 7 for the girls. On Saturday, varsity wrestling takes on Wakefield on the road, and girls hockey makes to look at 3 in a row at home against Wakefield at 6, followed by the boys at 8. That's it for this week's Sports Update. Tune in again in a couple of weeks to find out how the Ponders did in their winter break. I'm Nick Antonakis, and from myself and everyone here at ACMi, happy holidays.
Thank you, Nick, and don't forget to stay with us for all your latest news and sports updates. Well, that'll do it for us here at ACMi News at Studio A. I'm Tyler Valancourt.
And I'm Brenda Mahoney, but before we say goodnight, we want to thank you so much for being with us throughout the year. And here's a little visual Christmas card or holiday card we fashioned to show our appreciation to our viewers, our staffers, volunteers, interns, and members.
May the peace and joy of this holiday season give you true love, comfort, happiness, and our sincere wishes for a happy, healthy, and safe 2020.
Happy holidays, everyone. Good night.
Hi, I'm Norm McLeod, the Executive Director for Arlington Community Media. We at Arlington Community Media wish you all out there a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
is Adam Chapdelaine, Town Manager here in Arlington, wishing all the ACMi viewers a happy, healthy, and safe holiday season.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is Troop 306, wishing you a happy holiday season!
Woo! All right, thank you.
3, 2.
Hi, this is Sin. I'm a volunteer at ACMi, wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Jared Sweet from ACMi. I'm just here to wish you happy holidays from all of us here.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and I help you turn new ideas into TV shows. Have a happy holiday.
Happy holidays! This is Charlotte Pierce. I'm a volunteer producer here at ACMi, and I produce Face the Book TV. I'm also a publisher at Pierce Press, and I wish everyone in Arlington and Greater Arlington and the surrounding communities a very happy holidays and New Year 2020. Can you believe it?
Hi, I'm Tyler Valancourt. I'm CEO at ACMi. I make sure everything runs real smoothly, and I'm in charge of most of the processes that go on here.
Hello, everybody. I'm Cheryl from ACMi. I'm the administrative. I don't even know what I do.
Hey, this is Kevin Wetmore. I'm the youth coordinator at ACMi, and I'm just here to wish you a happy holidays and a happy new year. And I hope to see you at Studio B on Mass Ave.
I'm Leonard Diggins, and if you don't reserve your equipment, you don't get any. Merry Christmas.
I'm Jeff Monroe, Operations Manager here at Arlington Community Media. Wishing you the best of holidays, and from ACMi and all of us here at ACMi News, thank you very much for watching.
You want us to go?
No, you're all right. You can go, though, because you got a staff meeting to attend.
And I'd just like you to take a moment, think about whether it's Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, the other one. What does this holiday mean to you?
Hi, this is Greg Bartlett. I volunteer at ACMi, and I'm wishing you a happy holidays and happy new year.
My name is Alex, and I'm the sports producer here at ACMi, and I just want to wish everybody a happy holiday.
Hi, I'm Lori, and I've been volunteering at ACMi on and off for a little over 2 years, and I want to wish everybody a happy holiday.
Hi, I'm Brenda Mahoney, Assistant News Director here at ACMi News, wishing you and yours a peaceful and joyful holiday season.
Hi, I'm Katie Chang, and I'm Production and Media Manager here at ACMi, wishing you a happy and safe holiday season and a great new year.
Hi, Holiday Panda here, wishing you happy holidays and a happy new year from ACMi.
Hi, my name is Max. I'm an intern here at ACMi. I'm here to wish you a very, very happy set of holidays, whichever holiday that might be, and wishing you a truly fabulous Happy New Year.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Harrison. My friend Kim Nagy and I have written and put together 4 books and working on our 5th. And I'm here at ACMi to learn what I can about the other end of this business. And we realize how fortunate we are to live in this great country and to be able to celebrate these great holidays. And we wish you all Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and hope to be seeing more of ACMi in the coming year. Thank you.
Hi, I'm James Milan, the Communications Manager here at ACMi. Happy holidays, everyone.
Hi, I'm Tyler, and I'm an intern here / volunteer at ACMi. And I'd just like to take some time to tell you to have a happy holiday season, and I hope that everything is as great as you expected it to be.
I wish you all a very happy and healthy holiday season, and I hope that the new year brings you all the best blessings and peace and all that you may ever wish for. This is Santa saying thank you very much.
Take 3.
Thanks, Frank. You got it. Am I still shot here? Nope.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cheryl from ACMi, wishing you happy holidays and a happy new year from ACMi. I did it again. I can't do this. I need a cue card.
Hold on, just a second. Come here, Cheryl. Come here. Are we centered here?
Okay.
Hi, this is Cheryl. Okay? Hi,
This is Cheryl, and she does everything here at ACMi. And Cheryl would like to tell you something right now to give you a nice holiday wish. Cheryl?
Happy holidays from ACMi.
You better believe it.
Do, 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 happy holiday. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. While the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you. Do, 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 it's the holiday season. And Santa Claus is coming round. The Christmas snow is right on the ground. When old Santa gets into town, he'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll be coming down the chimney down. It's the holiday season, holiday season. Santa Claus has got a toy for every good girl and good little boy. Santa's a great big bundle of joy when he's coming down the chimney down. When he's coming down the chimney down, he'll have a big fat pack upon his back. Lots and lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on the Christmas tree. It's the holiday season. And whoop-dee-doo and dickory-dock. And don't forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock, he'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney down. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, while the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday, holidays to you. Happy holiday, happy holidays.
You can always check out our latest segments and newscasts on the web at acmi.tv/news. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ACMi News. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll find us at youtube.com/ACMi News. If you have any news tips for us or wish to become a citizen journalist, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at news@acmi.tv or stop by ACMI Studio A at 85 Park Avenue.